you don't win many NRL games when you leak that many points, if you win at all.
Yeah, there's no doubt that the Warriors played tremendously well, but the talking point is what the Broncos didn't do.
Yeah.
At half-time, they were in front and were playing with a lot of energy. They come out in the second half and the Warriors score a try within 5 or 6 minutes of the turnover at half-time. But if you look at Blake Green on the other side of the field, he kicked the Warriors into a position to win that game with 3 beautiful kicks, 40-20 repeat set and another one. But Milford and Croft had no impact with their kicking game trying to tighten the screws. The only try they scored in the second half was the bomb that got dropped by Peter Hiku, and Farnworth jumped on the top of it. So something went awry at half-time when they had the momentum, had some strength, but then they needed to come out in the second half and get it done.
Yeah, I mean, you look at these scenes, I've never seen this from Brisbane. We've got players out there now, some of their key players, emotional. Alex Glenn in tears, Brodie Croft in tears. Yeah, a horrible night for Brisbane. Another horror night. 4 second-half tries, and some of them through their most experienced players. Look at this. It's
utter disbelief, it's frustration, and it looks like they're out of answers.
Yeah, well, and considering that we had Alex Glenn say before the game that inside their 4 walls there was so much self-belief, and that self-belief just deteriorated throughout that second half.
Mick, didn't they? To be fair, they started well,
Kev.
and that was to be expected from them. But then it was just a slide from there, wasn't it?
Well, let's go to Central Coast Stadium. Darius Boyd joins us on Super Saturday. Darius, that was horrible to watch. I can't imagine what it felt like for you being out there. What do you say? How did that one get away on you? What has gone so terribly wrong for the Brisbane Broncos?
I wouldn't say it's terribly wrong. It's been happening for the last 5 or 6 weeks. So there's some key areas in the game where we're really not, putting our effort in, or we're not really our attention to details falling off, and it's very, very disappointing. But what do you say?
Hey Darius, it's Cooper Cronk. We've just seen some footage of Brodie Croft and Alex Glenn being quite emotional after the game. Can you talk us through the emotions of not only what's happened last week, but just the end result of that game?
Yeah, it's frustration, it's anger. There's a lot of things going on, I think, because we want to win. We work hard every week, but the results aren't coming. And we talk about being a young group or inexperienced, all that, but there's no excuse. We're trying our butts off out there, but like I said, our attention to detail, or we can't put it together for long periods of time, and it's hard. I mean, we do our best. You get smashed pillar to post through the week. No one tries to come out and put out a bad performance, but in the end of the result, we lost 6 in a row, and with the Broncos, it has a proud history and a rich history with a great fan base that deserves better, and that's just showing that everyone's really, really hurting at the moment.
Yeah, Darius, it's Kevy here. Was there a moment in that second half where you felt like the game was sort of being lost, like you're slipping right out of the game, or did you always feel that you had enough to get the team over the line?
Yeah, I think it's when we get the other, a game of field position, and when we get the other team down their end, I think Mamalo really broke our backs tonight. He carried really strongly, got their sets on the front foot, and a couple of times there where we probably had the momentum, he really changed it, or we gave a silly penalty away, we missed the tackle. They march up the other end, and they good enough to score points. So that's the key. I think we put patches together, we get them in our own end, we either let it off by a silly mistake or an error or a missed tackle. And in NRL, you've got to play for 60, 70, close to 80 minutes to get the job done, and we're not doing that at the moment.
Darius, what about moving forward? I mean, obviously you've been a captain at this club for a long period of time. The message from the senior players, I mean, obviously the coach can only say so much, but you guys are out there, you're playing the 80 minutes. What's going to be the message from you leaders?
Yeah, we've had a few meetings the last month. You got to stick solid. I mean, end of the day, we've got to keep kicking it away. We've got to keep working hard and keep doing our best, because we're the only ones that can get ourselves out of it. We're the ones that play on the weekends. We're the ones that go out there and put all the effort in and come up with, at the moment, no result. And we need to keep working hard. We need to stick solid, stick strong. And I know it sounds like a broken record because we keep saying it, but end result is that's what we've got to do. There's probably 30 players at the club as a squad, as a whole, that we need to get better. We need to work hard, and until we get that win on the board, we're going to keep feeling like this, and the criticism's going to keep coming.
Well, we can see you doing it tough. It's going to be another challenging week ahead. All the best, and hopefully you'll see an upswing in results against the Bulldogs next week.
No worries, thank you.
Darius Boyd there, not offering a great deal as to reasons why, just not attention to detail, not being able to stay in that full 80 minutes, but there will be a full-blown investigation as to what is going on at the Brisbane Broncos and why they are now 6 straight losses, their worst in 8 years. All right, you are watching Super Saturday.